Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bragaton. Let's continue exploring the forests of Janus and go north. We'll deal with that later. Some more rebels down that way.
Never doubt me. Cast your eye there. I failed.
Only 78% chance. Oh, we don't have Pascal in the party. Let's still first try. We got the Ergo Boots. Increase the wearer's agility by +5 and athletics by +10. I do think these Sororitas boots are really good, but they are circumstantial, where the Ergo boots will always be beneficial. Just give a flat bonus. I think I'll swap to those for now. But keep these in mind. So that's a really nasty penalty on her.
I always have a backup plan.
-20 to her most important skill.
Easily done. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Uh-oh. We have a handful of T-posers over here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Terrifying. Oh, hey, it's Wraithbone. Eldar structures are made out of Wraithbone, and their architects are called Bone Singers, and they sing to manipulate the Wraithbone into the shapes. The Xeno ruins visible from under the green canopy look remarkably intact. It seems time and the elements have no power over this bright material.
You left the Navis Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly felt the significance of what I was doing.
This poor sapper is clearly mauled by a large predator, but you don't see any signs of the creature gorge itself on his flesh afterward. It appears the beast did not kill this man out of hunger.
Keep your wits about you.
I wonder if we'll fight whatever killed him.
Duty prevails.
So this definitely looks like corruption.
Let us not dawdle.
This plant, once a harmless shrub, has now completely changed. Its outer tissue is cracked from the juices swelling in its pulp, and now oozing down the leaves in murky rivulets. The mutation looks like the result of some powerful sorcery. The touch of she who thirsts has disfigured the Lelathan down to the smallest of her children. How deep does the corruption run?
Is there money to be made?
The Emperor favors me today.
Recoil gloves. These gloves reduce the recoil of all automatic weapons by 50%.
Run, fools! Or fall!
These creatures are once so timid, so reticent. Could the seed of evil truly have taken root in them as well? Guess we'll find out.
I'll see to it personally.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Venusian Lacerax. Or a Lacerax.
I understand your intent. If I must, I am not your Xenos pet.
Break some buffs out and then get her set up for her next turn. Pretty solid. My tanks are tanking. Oh no, he's knocked prone. That's okay.
I'll do it.
This will work out nicely. Then we do concentrated fire. Devastating attack. I do wish I had that other flamer that I gave up on that project on Fausto. Oh, there's an alpha here. Wow, he has a ton of hit points. 273. Natural armor. This creature's armor depends on the amount of its wounds. If it has more than 70% of its total wounds, it has 55% armor, and it reduces as it goes down. Also, it always suffers plus 20% toxic and fire damage. That's convenient. Guttural Howl. Reduces the target's ballistic skill and weapon skill by 10. Dash, Bestial Rage. Whenever an enemy attack deals damage to this creature, greater than 15% of the creature's maximum wounds, this creature gains plus 5 weapon skill and strength. And Combat Master. I'm guessing they don't all have Combat Master? Oh, they do. Well, fine.
It's as good as done.
Let's go with this.
I'll see our foes obliterated. But of course, Lord. I'm done with this one. Let's see to it.
Want a position. Here we go.
Naturally. Your reckoning is due.
Yeah, Hyrex is turning into a bit of a monster. Not sure why he ran out and around, but sure.
I'll make it happen.
Resolve. Go ahead and buff up
For the throne's glory.
Donald and get hacking, I guess.
I won't object to.
Oh darn it, out of AP. Wasn't paying attention.
Don't get too cocky.
Oh, that's convenient. I forgot about apparently it's in my sight. Or in sights. That's what I happen to leave alive. So let's go and do this. I should use the Adari pistol that applies toxin. Actually, I think it's the Drukhari pistol that she has.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Well, unfortunately, Avalar didn't get to go there, but
I always
he
have
did
a
his job.
backup plan.
He tanked 3 of them, so. This Vox Tower was assembled from parts clearly not intended for such a use. Among the support beams and plasteel sheets, you see arches from containers and fasteners from agri cisterns.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
That's still a fun little fight. This area's pretty big.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Surprised there's nothing else up there besides just a clue that we're
Keep
about to
your
fight the
wits about you.
Lacerexes. Or Lacerexes. I assume it's lacer, like lacerate.
That was a problem for you.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, so I guess we only have the one path to go now. I'm curious about... I'll probably climb or jump over here. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
Lord Xenos. Probably Heinrich's, right?
Fascinating stratagem. The Inquisition taught me many things.
I always have a backup plan.
Wait, Janus is higher?
My pleasure.
Oh, 99. A little embarrassing that our cold trader is more knowledgeable about Xenos than our Ordo Xenos guy. The runes form the lines of an ancient Xeno poem that tells of the creation of a Lelathan, of turning a lifeless dead world into a blooming garden. For future settlement.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Only 65% chance. That's not great. Very pretty area. In the back of the corpse's head, there's a strange, narrow hole that does not look like it came from any conventional Imperial weapon. A hole like that could have been left by a thin blade piercing the skull. Or a shuriken.
Let us not dawdle.
That's a quick save here, just in case.
There.
Over there!
Flawless.
I better myself through my service.
Ooh, a bunch of stuff. Another M40 auto gun. Alright, data slate with notes. Like a data slate looks like a cube. Kurt, I know it's been rough for you since the meeting by the ruins. First contact leaves an impression on everyone. When I recommended you to the commander, I never thought you wouldn't have the stomach to process the truth. Think what you want, but I'm still your friend. I don't want anything to happen to you because of your own stupidity. I saw your bag with the packs of Nutribars that our lads brought from the settlement. If you thought no one would notice a couple of clips missing from Torben's backpack, you thought wrong. I want to give you a chance. Return the goods. You know every Nutribar counts these days. The stuff that grows in the forest is no longer edible, and we're in need of weapons more than ever. I can guess why you need all this. You want to split. Abandon our cause, go back home, pretend nothing happened. But I'm not writing this to appeal to your conscience. I just want to say that you're a marked man now, Kurt. After meeting the higher-ups, cutting and running is the worst thing you can try to do. They're watching those who've seen them. They won't let you leave. Let's talk. Just talk, you and me, in private. Let me know when you're in the camp. The higher-ups are the Eldar, of course.
Rise to the top.
And they obviously
or
want to
get
keep
left
their
in the dust.
presence on the planet as secret as possible. I've heard this already. The planet is covered in pulsating purple spots. Young shoots are already covered in similar marks. Clearly a sign of mutation, not a disease. Way to succeed that one. Good job, Jai.
No mercy to those who oppose Von Valancius!
And only two this time. Oh, we're ambushed. Oh, my tank's up front, so we're fine.
Indeed.
Am I getting paid for this? I can do that with the right incentive. You've got a problem, I've got a prize. I can do that with the right incentive.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Don't get too cocky.
If it serves your cause.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
I'll see to it personally. Let's make some opportunities. Who if not me?
Open him up a little bit. Boost Abelard's resolve. You're right, buddy.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act. This is unacceptable.
There a way to finagle this? Yeah.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
I won't do that. But of course, Lord Captain.
No doubt of burning, right? Not quite.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call, I took care of this one.
Good job, team. We took no damage there. It's always a treat. And Abelard finally got to participate in the fight. Though he missed, what, 2 attacks?
Is there money to be made?
Nothing escapes my sight. Duty prevails.
This massive statue, knocked over by an unknown force sometime in the distant past, has almost disappeared under the green canopy of the jungle.
I have failed my kin.
Way to go. This giant ravenous creature is covered in spikes and bone growths. Close to leveling up too. If we would have succeeded there, we probably would have leveled. Now here's the rebels that we saw earlier. We want to talk, and then probably fight. You know, I keep looking at it, but I still have no idea what it's made of. Wraithbone. Bunch of amateurs here. Alright, who do I talk to? Oh. Oh, there's a Farseer. And a webway gate. Looks like it's failing to activate. Are we going straight into combat too? The tall being in a fine long garment turns to you, their face hidden behind the blank visor of their helmet. When they begin to speak, even from a distance, you feel the air around the figure grow cold. Mankai, you should not be here. Elliot strides forward, her eyes flashing. Muwarin, I'm calling you to account. You said that the great danger threatening the Lelathan lurked in the hearts of the Mankai, and their greed and ignorance. And all the while, another enemy is looming over this world. An enemy whose tracks you should have seen in things to come. A silent thresh, she who thirsts, is threatening this world, and you hid it from us. Answer me. Did you or did you not behold our greatest foe in the Lelathan's future? Did you lie to me? After Elliot's words, the 2 tall Eldari behind Morin start moving. One looks around at the leader, while the other lets out a cry, muffled under his visor. The rebel beside you cringes, as though the Eldari speech causes him pain. He strains to say something, but Morin makes an imperious gesture and the soldier meekly straightens up and salutes, staring at the Xenos with slavish devotion. The red figure inclines their head, and then they begin to speak. Early at the Outcasts, you left the path that was set out for you. You brought unknown Mankai to our refuge. Now you speak to me with unseemly anger. Your long wanderings far from Krudarok have altered your mind and tainted your sight. Xenos, fall on your knees before the rogue traitor, whose world you have plunged into anarchy, and beg for forgiveness. Bring your entourage to heal early at the Outcast. Their mere presence offends my sensibilities. The least they can do is display the obedience we have impressed upon our Mankai servants. This Elentok was the first person to discover the coming of Silent Thresh, one of those whom the Mankai call Chaos Gods. Without him, I would still be deceived by your words about destiny and the true future. Mankai revealing paths, it's ludicrous. Mankai bring pain and strife, in our time and for all time. How can you trust a Mankai after what we taught you? After hearing the sorrowful song of the dying world? Muwarin turns his head toward you. It was not chance that brought Krudarok down. Mankai destroyed our ancient home. stripped us of our defenses, doomed us to wander amidst the cold stars. Watch your tongue, Xenos. I'm doing you a favor just by listening to your vile words. Rest assured, the very sound of your primitive tongue causes us as much suffering. Even a translator cannot alleviate its crudeness. You're playing with words and avoiding the question. Notes of desperation and rage are creeping into Owlcat's voice now. It's important to note that Eldar feel emotions far more severely than humans do. And so when they make note of her rage, it means she's very, very angry. The Lelathan is under threat from our eternal foe, and yet you're more concerned about the presence of the Elentok than the corruption that is flowing through the veins of this world. Did you never consider that your war might simply be hastening Silent Thresh's triumph? Perhaps the ruler's servants, in their efforts to protect her, will resort to more and more instruments of corruption. Moran leans down over Iliad, his tone menacing. You left Cruderrock in our darkest hour to gratify your ego. You came to us on the Lelathan, and I accepted you as one of our own. I even gave you a real purpose early at the Outcast. And you dare to insult me, a Farseer. It was a mistake to let you into our circle. You have turned our efforts to survive into dust with your own hands. I am a child of Osirian, a Muraran, not a plaything in the cold hands of fate, which you claim speaks through your mouth. My choice of path is no worse than yours or any other Eldaris. My path calls me to fight our true enemies, not eradicate the Monkai. If it comes to it, I will stand with them, for this Elentok can see what you are blind to, Farseer. Owlcat's eyes are alight with fury. She pointedly lays her hand on her weapon, looking away from the Farseer. My duty is to protect my worlds and my vassals. If Janus is being threatened by the archenemy, I will fight to the end. The words of a creature whose will is ruled by momentary whims. There is nothing you can do to make me believe in the strength of your convictions. Not at the rebels. What have you done to these people? They believe you are their commanders. Makai believe they are serving fellow members of their tribe, their wise and noble chiefs. My gift is potent enough to ensure that the Monkai hiding in these forests see us as humans rather than the children of Hisurian, and see your primitive structures rather than the traces of our kind. Address the rebel. I come to your senses, servant of the God Emperor. Throw off this cursed fog of sorcery, and stand with me against the Xenos, against these enemies of humanity. What? The man shudders, screws up his face, and after a second, stares around in bewilderment as if seeing everything for the first time. By the God Emperor, there... Moran utters a florid curse and calls his kin to battle. I was hoping I could still do the dogmatic option. But hey, we leveled up. And we've got backup. Oh, we also gave them Brace for Impact. That's really cool.
Victory is imminent.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
I can do that, with the right incentive. You've got a problem? I've got a price.
Also, I stumbled over a lot of those words.
Paid for this?
Really had to cough that whole time, so I was trying not to.
if it serves your cause.
A pitiful attempt.
Almost. So the Guardians are the standard Eldar. They're like the Eldar militia, almost. So when the Eldar go around on their paths, the Guardian is kind of like the lowest version of the warrior path that they have. I wouldn't say lowest, but they're the ones that haven't fallen down one of the warrior paths, one of the aspect shrines.
I'll do it.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
No enemy will thwart my purpose.
Ow. Also, what's going on with this guy? So, Foreseen Fortune, all attacks against this creature suffer a 50% penalty to hit chance. He suffers more damage from all sources. Prophecy of Doom. Doom creatures suffer a 50% penalty to dodge and parry, and a -4 penalty to deflection. Also, enemies gain 50% hit chance against doomed creatures. Eldritch Storm. The Farseer calls down a vast psychic storm, dealing 10 energy damage in a 4-cell radius area. After 2 turns, the storm returns to warp, dealing 35 energy damage. Mind War. The Farseer inflicts slowed on an enemy, makes them unable to use psychic powers. The target must pass an awareness test with a -30 penalty to avoid the effects. And the Children of Arsarian. The Eldari are supernaturally agile and can advance their agility. That's not important for the fight. I also read that with Irliot. I mean, I should have focused on the Guardian first, since he did a lot of damage to us. Bogle.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Son of a gun.
Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
My place is at the fore.
I won't stand for it.
Aw, man.
Accept your lot.
Get me a target. Let's see to it.
We'll eventually cut this guy down, gosh darn it.
vengeance will be swift.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
I can do that with the right incentive. Don't get too cocky.
I go into the darkness.
There we go. One less enemy to deal with. Once we can... I'm gonna try and isolate this guy. He's so hard to hit. Only a 4% chance. A 10% back here. I may as well. There's a chance to hit both of them, so...
You've got a problem, I've got a prize. No, no, no!
Guides
You
my
can't
hand.
be dead!
Yeah, that's bound to happen. Should have moved him off the front line. Yeah, that burn effect is nice.
Just a minor setback.
Good job, Argenta.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Aw. Well, we tried. Why would you cleave? What a jerk. 70% chance. Could have done better.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent.
Alright, try to take him out on our next turn. Hang in there, Abelard.
Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus. Naturally.
Ow.
Pain.
Alright, screw it. Take him out. Alright, dealing with that guy. Appreciate the rebels keeping him tied up in the back. So I can mostly focus on the melee guys first. So this guy I don't think he's participating at all. He's just hiding behind the Wraithbone, or the Webway gate. So I wonder if my Grand Strategist zones buff my allies.
I can do that with the right incentive.
My spirit fades.
Wanna see a trick?
I deal death with my hands. This tedium is beneath me. I will not.
Yeah, just no line of sight. Move forward to try and get to a better position. It's a melee guy, too. He's just sitting back there. Left all his buddies to die.
I'll do it.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Only 3% chance. Oh, that's right. She does have a penalty to her ballistic skill.
If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. Ancestors guide me.
Let's see to it.
At your beck and call. I will do my
52% chance. Yeah, it's pretty solid. At least compared to everybody else. Owlcat surveys the field of battle. May the gods guard us against pride and wandering in the vagaries of fate. Option 4. You dispatch the enemies of humanity admirably. You make an excellent sanctioned Xenos. Owlcat rewards you with a contemptuous look. Warren was right about one thing. Your primitive consciousness prevents you from seeing anything that does not lie on the surface. My actions were not done out of a desire to gratify you. Perhaps Akrudarok's demise filled Moirin with so much sorrow that it poisoned his mind. Or perhaps it was hatred for the Monkai who desecrated the face of the Lelathan that plunged his mind into darkness. Or perhaps Silent Thresh herself was playing Farseer, appearing amidst her poisoned gardens. Owlcat begins speaking more quietly, though harshness breaks through in her voice at times. I'll never learn the answer to this question, but perhaps if I uncover the secret of Krudarok's demise, I might be able to lift the veil even a little on this mystery. I mean, we did use her for her purpose. Oh man, this is a tough call. So I know I'll be missing out on content because she is a companion if I kill her now. But roleplay wise, it makes the most sense. But I did just say she would be a sanctioned Xenos, and the Imperium wasn't always as xenophobic as it currently is. There's even a place in the Imperial Palace for ambassadors of Xeno races to stay. Of course, that was before the Horus Heresy, but still, things have gotten a little bit more intolerant since then. No, we'll keep her around. There's nothing more to be done here. Time to return to the shuttle. Owlcat gives you a long, studying look. Wait, Ellentalk. Before you leave these forests forever, take me with you. To the distant suns. The tale of the children of Assyrian on the Lelathan is coming to an end. But somewhere out there, among the cold stars of the cosmos that your kind call the Expanse, there are others. Deprived of home. Lost. Suffering. Ilya shuts her eyes, and grief twists her finely sculpted features. We can help one another, Elentok. You will be my wings, and I your wounding spear, and your voice of reason should you encounter my kin. If that is still not enough, Ilya thinks for a moment and continues carefully. I promise you a wondrous reward, Elentok. The treasures of my world hidden in the vastness of space in exchange for the rescue of my kin. If you remain true to your word and do not go back on our covenant. Why should I even be concerned with the affairs of Xenos? Just as the children of Arsurian settled this world you consider yours, my kin have flooded this region of space. Desperately trying to survive, they will seek shelter in your domain, perhaps even raiding Monkai vessels for supplies and sustenance. I do not wish such a fate for any of my kind, just as I hope you do not wish it for your subjects. There are a lot of Eldar Corsairs. It's another cool faction. You do not lack for boldness. Even your request is worded not as a plea, but a treaty. But I like it, so we have a deal. Elliot looks at you, tilting her head slightly. Do not forget that the Lathan still needs help. The sons of Viet must be slain, so that the maiden world can live. And remember your promise, Elentok. When we leave the Lathan, it will be to go to the distant stars. Moaran saw them in his visions, and they sang mournful songs about the fate of my people. And I'll fight beside you until the song of the stars turns into a funeral lament. The surviving rebels are panting heavily, catching their breath after the battle. One by one, they look at you expectantly. Yeah, option 3. There's no excuse for rebelling against the Imperium's rightful authority. That the Xenos manipulated you with such ease shows your weakness of faith and cowardice. The sentence for this crime is death. The tricked rebels raise their weapons and launch into a desperate attack. Irlia is a Xenos, one of the Asurani. She is a ranger who follows the path of the outcast, and her skills in ranged combat are without equal. Did we already read all this? I guess we recruited her a second time, technically. It'd be really cool as if they included a shining spear instead. We should reposition a little bit. They should all be on this side of us. Whoops. Not leveling up yet. Kind of stuck over here, isn't she?
Tell me, and it is done. Don't get too cocky.
Has to be a better way. I don't want to shoot Abelard. I guess we'll just take this guy out.
High momentum.
if I must.
Oh, dang. We can still do this, though. This guy is named. If we can blind him, we'll be in decent position. So maybe he won't kill my... or knock my main character unconscious. Hey, can we reach this guy? We can. Not very good odds of hitting, but worth a shot. Or a spray, in this case.
Emperor, protect the fallen.
Yeah, that's bound to happen.
I won't object to it. For the throne's glory.
Oh no, not grenades!
It will be done. Indeed. At your beck and call.
Yeah, good sworn enemy, that guy. 87 health. We're in kind of a pickle here. My front line's very weak. My back line is fine. At least for now.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Alright, I guess we'll start working on, well, yeah.
If it
Grenade guy's
serves
probably the
your
biggest
cause.
threat. Well, he is the biggest threat. It's not that I'm maybe about it.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
High momentum.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. Doubt is for the weak.
Only 43% chance. Hey, but it worked out. At least she can see from here, can't she? No, not quite. Hey, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will loot everybody, continue examining stuff here in the forest of Janus, and level up. I guess head back to the Governor's Mansion to see what foul things are afoot. We can get back to the ship first, that'd be great, because we're in pretty rough shape. But we'll see how it plays out. Either way, for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.